Okay, we are in for Cancer for the holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all of that. Spirituality reading. This is a series of 3 that I'm putting out here and kind of trying to rip through everything. If you are looking for energy healing after the new year or live reads, I have a page, Infinity Readings and Reviews. So I will be pumping that up over after the new year. I'll be coming in to do some energy healing for people that are members in there. So if that interests you or you know of anyone who could benefit from that, feel free to add them to that page. And I will see you guys in the new year. So, spirituality for Cancers over the holidays. Here we go. First card, we got the Isis card, in depth. Might have to do some reading here, forgive me. Portal of Light. She glides on wings through time and space. That's kind of groovy. Hopefully my light here is picking up on. I'm trying to take that glare out, but it's not helping. What? This just worked. Okay, that's as good as she gets, I guess. I'm going to do the intuitive after. I'll read first, see if anything strikes me. And we'll go from there. Oh, man. Sorry, I'm not prepared. Okay. Portal of Light. Elemental P. Okay. It is only... Oh, sorry. My microphone's way back. Okay. Nice. It is only this physical reality that is bound by time and space. You are a being conscious on levels beyond the physical world. I was talking to people about this in the room. You are guided to work with your healing powers beyond the confines of time and space and allow your sense of self to expand. It's safe for you to do this now, and you will. You will not become ungrounded through such spiritual growth. You are not leaving your earthly awareness. You are instead adding to it. You are growing in power and awareness. You've had a breakthrough, insights where you realized that you are not who you thought you were. You are, in fact, a much vaster being. Sometimes this was shocking and uncomfortable and difficult to accept. At other times, it was gentle and made much sense to you. You are learning to integrate this awareness of yourself, your vast self, into your life. Practical consequences of doing so are extraordinary. To live with less and less fear and insecurity, to become more detached and more passionate, more loving, and less demanding, to need less and receive more, to feel more joy and exert less force to attain it. Such wonderful gifts await you. To live with less fear and insecurity, to become, more detached. Just the way they wrote it there, it sounds like. Okay, so, yeah, time and space and all of that. Again, I'm feeling, I just finished the career reading, and there is echoes of this stuff in there. Basically talking about, the uncomfort of growth, and that cycle that needs to happen when you're growing into a new part of who you are. And also the connection to spirit that we have here. The Cancers are very intuitive, and though that information is coming in, I feel they're resisting. A lot of these waters are really resisting something there, because maybe uncomfort, but they're going, we're trying to get you where you'll be the happiest. So the uncomfort is just almost an illusion, because it becomes great. It makes up for all of that when you get on the other side of that. It's like pushing through fear, right? So I feel like that is portal of light is really that area opening up to the Cancer and wanting to show itself quite highly so that we can move forward and advance our spiritual souls. Okay, this is what I'm getting. So that is that. Okay, so that's the overall heavy energy up there. Now we're going to start with what's going on with the Cancer. First card, wisdom. Here we go, right? So that's all about that path to go inside, suss things out instinctively, match that with what we know, and make a new formulation in our outside world because of all of this information we've got. This is good stuff. Looking, seeking for the answers. This is the start. Because in the career area, we may not be doing this, maybe hiding, because we're so used to the status quo. This continuation. This is continuing. Okay, this is good. Nice flow here. Then we have the Ace of Earth, and that is the Ace of Pentacles. So we are seeking, like this could signify as well, seeking new ways to make money, new ways to expand our horizons in a monetary kind of way, new ways. Yeah, all of the elements are here stating that we got a grasp of all things in all areas. There may be a few, this is very much flowing from the career reading. Very much in a lot of areas we can expand here. And we're seeking this out, okay, in those areas. So this is good. Next card, nurture all you love. Yeah. So if we are in a loving, caring relationship, we need to nurture that. And if we are seeking to gain more finances, more these kind of things, just give me a minute. They're showing me the energy of the dragon bowing to the almighty dollar kind of thing. It's like they're trying to send me energy here. Just give me a minute. Yeah, they're seeking new ways of employment. It's like they want to dabble before they jump in the pool. This is what I'm getting. It's like we may not be happy with where we're at, so we're wanting to dabble in certain things and go outward. And they're going, if you enjoy it, go and explore it. Like, put a lot of energy in there and see where that takes you. Nurture that. Okay, so that's the top of the pyramid. So that's really what we're focusing on here, is putting energy in a new direction, and we seem to have all the tools to do it. So it's just a matter of finding what we like. So this is good. It's very much a continue of the career reading I just put out. Next card, masculine and feminine. We may have an imbalance or trying to balance out these things. Trying to balance this out. I'm feeling for some here, again, it'll be different. There's an overpowering masculine energy here in the Cancer. We're wanting to balance that out with more compassion, more heart, more understanding, more softness. This is what I'm getting in order to really feel contentment to a higher degree. The next card is 19, the Sun. Yeah, that's about abundance, happy times, right? The Sun, he's got a rabbit on his lap, symbolizing fertility. Things can be very fertile at this time, not necessarily meaning people, but abundant things around us, like opportunities. We may have opportunities in work or other, just opportunities to change and switch into new directions is really what I'm getting at this time, is abundant. And not only that, it is highly aspected that we seek these out quite highly, not just overlook them. Next card, respect your boundaries. Keeping that in mind. See, that dragon is looking towards the future. The future, we need to keep in mind that our future has to have boundaries, is what they're saying. We may be having masculine energy within us. Again, you could be a female with a high masculine sense. Just means you're very action-oriented, very driven, and very, decisive and all of those traits that are somewhat masculine. You could be in this needing to soften it in order to see things more clearly. And also the boundaries here, respect boundaries. I feel like that's not only for yourself to respect your own boundaries, to put them there, but for others to be awakened to them. That's what they said. So in other words, we may need to lay some boundaries here so others in the future, we can deal with that in a way that they're upheld. Our boundaries are upheld here. This may be why we're so dominant and so having to, it's because we're not laying out the boundaries firmly, because we don't have to go out aggressively and because we lay a boundary, you go, hey, that's a boundary. There it is. Don't cross it. We don't have to, if we don't lay boundaries, that's usually when we get more mad and fed up with things. So there's a sense of needing this in the future. We may have a good grasp of this at this point, but maybe keeping that up as we go forward. Okay. So as we continue, next card. Wow, nice. 6 of water. That's the compassion that we need. That's the softness that we need. That's the caring that we need to go outward. That is, like Kuan Yin or whatever you would say there. She's got the heart. She's giving it forward. And her eyes are soft and even, she's not angry. She's not bitter. She's got a sparkling in her chest area signifying, and my heart's starting to open. Or starting to feel things for certain areas here. And I'm going to go outward precisely in those areas and give my heart to what I feel like giving it to. And that's a good frequency. These cancers kind of been hibernating in the heart area. They've been hibernating. So this is good. Shows that they're ready to go outward in a caring way. And it doesn't have to be in a relationship or whatever. It could be in a job way. It's just more caring towards those people that we get along with, we vibe with, or just, in life in general, just giving more and being more discerning of who we give it to as well makes a difference. Okay, the next card. 6 of Earth. Okay, this is interesting. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to put it up here. There's a tree trunk, right? And you got these little elves in there. And some of them, they got their arms crossed and they're kind of fed up. And then the ones in the back, if you can, they're kind of curious, like, what's going on? What are they doing in there? It's like they're stubborn. Just give me a minute, because they're going to tell me stories here. And I think that's the heart center opening. They're going, I ain't doing it. I ain't going to go because they're going to make fun of me and they're going to hurt me. And I've been hurt and I don't want to go. And they're going, are they going to come out? Or this guy, is the cancer coming out to show his heart? No, they're not. So there's a reluctance here to do this. But the universal energy is going, no, let's go. Let's do this. Let's go out and, break ice or break bread or whatever, like go out and, be compassionate. Again, it doesn't necessarily mean in a heart. No, it means in a heart, but it doesn't necessarily mean in a relationship of an intimacy kind. It can mean in friendship circles, in family. There's a certain area here that we're going to test it. We're going to do a tester and see if we don't get hurt, then maybe we'll go over here. And then relationship is the last, but nonetheless, there's a stubbornness to want to do it, but universal energy is pushing them. They're getting intuitive nudges to tell them this is going to be good. So they're priming them. Okay. And then we got let the emotions flow. How succinct. Because we've been hurt in the past, right? We have to let that flow out. The eyes are draining and whatnot. And that's, like I was saying in my room, think of yourself as a vessel with black tar. We got to get rid of the black tar before we can get the white, blue, sparkly stuff to come in. And that's the good stuff. We don't want to sit in tar all our life and bitterness going outward. And that's kind of the stubbornness. We're in between giving our heart out, but we still need to vent some emotions from our past hurts. And then we'll be more than ready to be on our way to do this. very easily, and it won't be hard to do. Because when you have all those stuffed emotions, it's very hard to do. But when you release those emotions, it's very easy to do, to give love outward. You don't feel that holding back anymore, any longer. Alrighty, left side of the triangle here at the bottom. First card. Ooh. What the heck happened? This is the fight card. 5 of fire. So somewhere here we got an area where it may be the relationship area where we got a lot of fight left in us here. And this is probably where our masculine side's coming in, is our fight against something here. We may be struggling with someone or something, or internally fighting to make a point here. Next card, 20, initiation. This is interesting. Give me a minute. A lot of these cards, again, I'm very mediumship skills trump any meaning that they have. So you may have these cards, but I give different meanings. They're showing a couple here, right? Trying to get them together. Now we got to fight. So either we're with someone that we're not meant to be with and we're staying and fighting with them, or something here. Yeah, they're going, yes, we're with someone who creates havoc and we need to be with our partner. Okay, interesting. Because I said there's like a door that's closing. I don't know if it's this reading or the last reading. I'm getting them all jumbled up. But there's an energy that we have opportunities and pathways that are going to be open. And then after a while, they're going to be closed. Now, if we're with someone we don't get along with, we're not happy with, we're not content with, this may be what's coming. The opportunity to leave here can bring us a new partnership that's waiting to come in, because this is in spirit form, meaning they have the blueprint in their chart to come to you, not their chart, but it's written in their, what do you call that? Yeah, like it's written before you come in on paper or whatever. Like, what do you call that? I had a name for it. Anyway, it's written before you come in that this person's going to come in at a certain time. But if you're with someone else, it's going to fly by. So this is the thing. There's a soulmate waiting to come in. But if we're with someone else, that's just going to kind of slip through and not hit us. We're going to miss out on it. Again, be careful if you're staying with someone that is not making you happy and you're not making that kind of thing. If you are, then don't even worry about it. But if you're not, this is the advice that they're trying to give you. They're trying to bring in a partnership here, but if we're in one already, it's not going to work. It's not going to happen. So we may miss out on a soulmate if we stay too long in a relationship that we're not meant to be in. Okay, next, follow the moon. Yeah, again, highly instinctive. So Cancers are this. So they just need to follow their emotions. Again, they've got it going on here. I mean, this is what they need to get to here, to get to this connection, to get grounded. This is what they need. They're fighting it, right? And it may be the battle, whether I should be compassionate or not. Maybe an internal battle. I feel like it's an internal battle, but it's also going outward, meaning it's creating havoc outward where we have to fight and argue because we're holding ourselves back. So yeah, wow, kind of frustrating. But we could miss out on a soulmate here if we don't follow the moon, which means follow our heart and our intuition and our emotions. There's things we can't see here, but we need to go with what we know in our heart to be true. And if we're not happy, we need to go out of that. Go to a place where it's more. Sometimes it is being alone for a while until that soulmate gets put to us. And some people may not be willing to do this. And in that instance, you probably end up missing the partner altogether. They'll just won't hit. Hate to say that, but it's true. Anyway, next card. Okay, this is right down the center, right along with nurturing all that you love and the tools and the wisdom that we have. The King of Air. This may be what comes along your path here, or is meant to come along your path, what is written. King of Air is Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. This is someone who is very logical, not a lot of mushy gushy stuff, but they are very easy to make decisions. They like to go outward and be very, how do you say? Give me a minute here. Yeah, they're logical. That's the only word I can come with. Decisive and analytical is the word I was looking for. Now, next. So this is someone that could be coming into your field here. But again, if we're someone else, it probably won't hit. 9 of fire. I'm going to look this up too. Give me a sec here. That's an above, yeah. I don't know the planets right off. Pluto. Yeah, logical conclusions to a situation. Inevitable events. So I feel like what they're saying here is that we may come across this person is inevitable. It is part of our path. But how we deal with that is going to be depending if we're in or out of a relationship. The next card we have is observe in silence. So trying to figure out if that's the Cancer or the, I feel it's the Cancer's energy. They may have a clue. They may have an instinct here. They may be with someone. Okay, here's the deal. You may be, if you're a Cancer, you may be in a relationship you're not happy in. You may see someone outside of the relationship because we haven't dealt with this relationship that we're unhappy in. You may see someone outside of the relationship that we have a instinct for, like an attraction to, but we're just kind of watching because we're in a relationship, right? There's a boundary here. And again, they were going, respect your boundaries in the future. Because if we have a partner here, don't go and cheat to be with this partner. Because really what it is it's going to be conflicting because we're in a relationship we shouldn't be in, is the sense that I'm getting here for whoever I'm picking up on. So there's boundaries here that need to be laid. And if we haven't made a boundary to get out of the relationship we're in, a soulmate may come in anyway while we're in this relationship that is not serving us. Okay. Okay. So that's right down the center. So this is really the conundrum, is that we have a soulmate entering and we may be in a relationship where we can't deal with that soulmate. Well, we may see them, but we may not be able to deal with them in the way that we feel like. Now, the next card is the 4 of water. Yeah, that's this. He's looking at himself in the mirror. Am I worthy? Am I not? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest? Da, da, da. Give me a moment. Yeah, they're looking at their self and their life. Now, for some reason, I don't feel like this is the Cancer. I feel like this is the soulmate energy they're picking up on. Next card. Yeah. 8 of air. Again, air element. Yeah. That is about peace, serenity, meditation, getting calm in the mind. This person may be in self-analytical mode. This person outside of this soulmate that you may be attracted to while you're in another relationship, they may be working on themselves. They may have a high ability to be zen within, right? So they're going to look very, very attractive in that way to us because they have an energy field of being in contentment where we're not seeing this at this time. So they're going, that's the attractor here for the Cancers, the contentment with life, just being who they are and what they are. This person, I feel either they're high, they have a high sense of themselves, meaning they have a great ability to be by themselves and not be bothered. They really can enjoy being by themselves. Not like they're a loner, like they don't want to do with anybody, but they enjoy being by themselves and it does not bother them either way. And not only that, they may be somewhat spiritual. and intuitive themselves. So there'll be an intuitive knowing for sure on both ends. But this person has really done some inner work here to get themselves forward. And I'm getting a masculine, actually. Next card is Honor Gaia. Earth and all its wonders, right? All its gifts. Because really getting out there is what they said. Getting out and getting seen, being seen. I feel like this is where we're going to come across. I feel this is the soulmate energy. I think that went with the reading from last week that I had as well. Was something about meeting soulmate. And this is really the expansion on that. Going out into the world, like not necessarily that we have to be walking barefoot in in the grass, but North America here, there's snow on the ground, but being out in the public eye, somewhat communing with people. Unfortunately, it's not allowed at this time. It's just crazy. But yeah, so it's something to do with mingling, and this is where we'll meet them out in the public eye, kind of thing. But they are very self-aware, and they are very zen. They're very maybe even spiritual and intuitive themselves. So, wow, little insight there into what can possibly be. Again, if we're in a relationship where we're having a rough time here, a rough shot, and again, it's not going to apply to everybody, but it's time to meet the soulmate. And if you're in a relationship already and the soulmate's coming in, things might be tumultuous, is the sense I'm getting. Okay, the planetary card to end things. Moon in Pisces, wonder, following dreams. Follow your dreams. It's about wonder. And she's in her inner mind, in her dream time, right? Emotional. All of this, again, a lot of what I was getting for the Cancer is really to dive into your emotional center, balance out your masculine and feminine side, work on your compassion, and go outward in that compassion. And if we got a soulmate coming in, that's an area they want you to test the waters. Again, you might, if you're in a relationship, you're going to have to deal with that one first. And again, down the road, it's going to get dicier. So I don't know if it's with this mate here or just going to get dicier overall, is the sense they're giving me. So to review about the overall energy was the portal of light. Gliding on wings through time and space. And a lot is what we're doing is metamorphosizing. And we are protected during this time, but we are also going in new ways, and it's going to feel a little bit uncomfortable. And they're going, just put on your dream cap and get carried away, let it flow wherever it's meant to go, and deal with those things that come up as they come up, because I'm getting a high sense of relationship here as well. So needing to deal with some things in that way. So Moon in Pisces, portal of light. It's all good. So that is the spirituality reading for Cancer, for the winter season. Yeah. Little bit different energy there. But at the same time, these waters are kind of in the same mode of change and increase. But I mean, everybody's increasing their vibration. So hopefully that helps those that see it, that need it. Whatever. Again, it won't apply to everybody, but those that need it, you should know whether or not it applies to you. So again, if you're groovy on healing and live nights, check out Infinity Readings and Reviews on Facebook. I'll check in every once in a while, every other week as I'm off, and add people in there. And then in the new year, I'll come in and do live healing sessions and tarot sessions, and we'll see what we can get accomplished through there. So if you're down for that, or you know anybody that would be down for that, feel free to add them. So take care. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all of that. Happy Hanukkah. Take care, have fun, and be kind.